나를 착취해. 경추 쪽은 딱딱해지고 의식에 붙은 각질 모두 위맑은 땀 대신 날 적시는 건 진땀이네. 년간의 필름이 어쩌면 수지 맞은 삶 건축된 우리의 이름이 길르니 어두워지지 않게 서로를 비판하고 세상을 보는 시선 삐딱하게 얼굴에 피어난 주름은 당연해 마치 아파친 너 페이스 평가는 다 끝난 다음에 핵인 인생의 레이스 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 높고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 peace of mind 사실 조금 때 같아 내 같아 고 다니는 건 달라지고 빨라졌지만 결국 가는 데 같아 질리게 겪어도 사랑 때문에 애 같아 이럴 때 보면 나도 아직 애 같아 살기보단 생존하기 바쁜 정수리는 넓어지고 평소가 작아지는 마음 속에 피어나줬으면 해 한 송이의 평화 진흙탕 속의 연화 이 험한 현실에서 아직 붙잡아두고 싶은 꿈 높고 힘든 삶의 능선에서 때론 포기하고 싶은 꿈 너와 천천히 오래 걷고 싶어 until the end of time 지금 난 간절히 원해 한 조각의 pizza
Looking for you with Haitians. I stay from good Jamaican. From different races. You get money, they started hating. I woke up in a new Bugatti. 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 I woke up in a new Bugatti.
Be hating on rich as a 100K I spent that on my wrist. $200 spent that on your model, put that on my list. Oh, there he going that foreign again. In the scene, bring the core in the end. We should've wrote. The ring go, I won't call her again. Woke up early this morning. Crib as big as a college. Me up under the loudest. Whipping some with no mileage. Diamonds cost me a fortune. Them horses all in them Porsches. Can't handle afford it. 4,200 my mortgage. Falling on my Corbett. You haters, you bore me. Only the real get a piece of the plate. Reppin' my city and running my state. Keep me up, do they run with the won't beef, then I visit your place. Bang.
I come looking for you with Haitians. I stay no good Jamaican. From different races. You get money, they started hating. I woke up in a new Bugatti. 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 I woke up in a new
and tragedy in. Cop me a chain, your salary spent. Just sweeping them cavities in. Counting money, hourly trend. Pulling them simply like Olsen twins. Squares, cabinet bins. Neck full of gold, Olympian. Demons, I'm blowing the check on the gear. Falling soon, then hop on the leer. Strap with them poppers in back of the rear. Sock passed them, is here. Woke up early this morning. Mine is.
We have an inter lined up for you today as the Cleveland Cavaliers come in for this one. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA. On 2K Sports. With Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke, this is Kevin Hart. Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Mozgov in at the 5 spot.
And guys, it looked like Nick Young had finally put it all together. I mean, he had a huge campaign 2 years ago, signs a new 4-year deal. Then last year, disaster strikes. I mean, he provided very little to the team outside of shooting the basketball. And even with that, he dropped to a career worst, 37% from the field.
And here's Young, following the three-pointer by Kevin Love.
That is a very low percentage shot, Kevin, but it's the result they were looking for at the end of the day.
Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Love's got 5 now. Well, Greg, getting back to Young, it's tough to completely judge him on last year's numbers because he was fighting through knee injuries, ankle injuries, all kinds of things. Clark, they only played 42 games.
Yeah, but when he's right, he can light it up. I mean, he's a go-to scorer, but he just never got right last season.
Whoa, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slant.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And the thing about LeBron James, he's really done a nice job of reshaping his game over the years. I mean, every veteran goes through losing a little speed and quickness. The great ones compensate by getting stronger and more physically imposing, not to mention also their basketball IQ grows as well, just as has been the case for LeBron.
Clarkson with the ball. He's picked up by Irving. Randall. Kept alive. Dishes it to Clarkson. Shoots over Mozgov. Out of bounds. Cleveland takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Stolen by Clarkson. And stolen by Irving. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time.
We've just seen them make mistakes on back-to-back trips, but those turnovers could have been avoided. Careless mistakes.
Absolutely. They have got to get a tighter handle on the ball.
And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
And that's how the coach would draw it up on the fast break from start to finish.
Yeah, and what a finish it was, guys. Really nicely done.
No good off the front iron. Talking about the strength of LeBron now. We saw Michael Jordan do this too. They paid a lot of attention to their body as they got older, and thus they became more sculpted. They looked more physical.
Exactly. Leaned up and altered their games a bit. Not nearly as high flying, but just as potent and as effective.
And Bryant kicks to Young. Down to 5 on the shot clock. No good from the wing. LeBron James on the wing. Cleveland moving it around. And on the way from Irving for three. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. And that's now 7 points for Kyrie Irving. Russell dishes to Young. They need this. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
That's his first personal foul.
And now one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
Cavs not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to their bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it.
Well, I tell you what, you just got to sit back and admire the creativity there.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. Some people think LeBron's athleticism, Clark, has declined over the last few years. He might be the first to admit it. He still looks terrific, though.
Well, he's, that's a natural progression for any player,
Sure.
even if you are LeBron. But he's still an elite athlete by NBA standards.
Now here's Kobe. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. And that one's good. Cleveland leading by 6.
And remember the quote from LeBron on the subject. Obviously, I'm not the 18-year-old kid that I was before, but I can still do the things I need to be successful.
Here's Randall following the score by Cleveland. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Shumpert. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. Cleveland shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. And that one misses.
2 shots.
And he misses the second one as well, so he's 0 for 2 that time. Bryant has the open look. His 3-pointers off the mark. And Shumpert kicks. Oh!
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot for 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
And after just one. Welcome back, folks. We'll see if we're in store for a more tightly contested quarter as we move here into the second. And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Cavaliers.
And so far, these guys have done a fantastic job finding the opening man and getting some easy baskets.
You know, another factor in their offense so far has been their ability to convert and score off turnovers.
So on the floor for Cleveland, Irving is out there with Matthew Dellavedova. Then there's Kevin Love. Then it's Thompson. And it's Smith in at the small forward. Shot clock at 6. And he gets it to go. Bryant's got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Los Angeles. Dellavedova, the pass to Love. And the pass to Irving for 3. That's in there. Love with the assist. Irving's got the lead up to 10 now for Cleveland. And Young kicks to Randall. No good. Good D by Thompson. Well, the defense is what did the Lakers season in last year, but their offense struggled at times as well, Clark. They just couldn't count on things night to night.
Well, they were near the bottom of the league in most offensive categories, Kevin. Bottom 5 in field goal percentage and three-point percentage. The efficiency just wasn't there.
And Young kicks to Russell. Here's Clarkson. Cavaliers with the rebound. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. It's a pick by Love. Here's Smith. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And with the Lakers and their lack of offense, sometimes teams can hide that by playing good defense, but the Lakers just really didn't have either. A lot of things working against them this past season.
Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson.
You know, the Lakers often would get in trouble with slow starts to games because of their offense. I mean, at least they forced a league-high 9 overtime games, going 6-3 in those contests, so the offense seemed to come alive late in games. Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Yeah, nothing wrong with fighting for the rebound, but he gets nailed with the over-the-back call.
And, Greg, you know I was an offensive rebounder in my day, and I like that kind of aggressive play. But he's got to do a little better job of trying to get position earlier in that case.
That's a good point. Positioning is so vital when you're trying to rebound the basketball, and that's something that wasn't on display on that possession.
And the Lakers call time here. As the teams head into this timeout, a chance for the coaches now to map out some plays for the next few minutes and a chance for the players to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's important if they want to make sure they don't wear down later in the game.
Absolutely. Over the course of a game, you have to stay hydrated.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. In the corner, it's Bass. Huertas passes to Bass. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Will it go? Here's Hibbert. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope, his only concern right now, Clark, is get the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush.
Smith dishes to Mozgov. Outside Irving. Love with the screen for Irving. Down low. And stolen by Hibbert. Here's Nance. Can't get it to go. And Cleveland the other way now. Well, we know that Mozgov started last season with the Nuggets and then was traded to Cleveland midway through the season.
And what an impact he made on the Cleveland Cavaliers, particularly at the defensive end. His size and his activity really helped the Cavs become outstanding at the defensive end.
Tipped away and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Smith's got his 4th assist in this one.
And that's sort of been the story here today, hasn't it? And credit to the Cavs for going out and getting Mozgov. I mean, they paid a hefty price giving up the 2 first-rounders, but thus far he's proved to be worth it.
Got a piece of it. Shot clock at 5. And that'll be the Lakers as it goes out of bounds. Lakers retain possession.
Yeah, that's a super defensive play. If that gets through, no doubt they score.
And that's why he sold out for it, because he knew he had to make that play. He wasn't going to let them get the advantage.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. James checked in for Love. Jefferson comes in for J.R. Smith. And it's Amon Jumper in for Irving. And that's going to be a turnover. They called for 8 seconds.
And the Mozgov trade, guys, for the Cavs, I think can be viewed as their big turning point in the season. He completely changed the defense of their team. He was that missing piece of the puzzle.
A platoon swap here for the Lakers. Tristan Thompson. That was incredible.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that.
Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Randall. It's Thompson off the drive. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova.
And they are trying to put the hammer down, attacking the rim whenever they can.
Here's Clarkson. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
And sometimes when you want something done, you got to do it yourself. That dunks the shot in the arm they need to really cut into that lead.
Well, Greg, it certainly got everybody on their bench up and off their seats and cheering.
Yeah, that could be an instant.
And so we conclude the first half. Cavaliers ahead, up by 10. And we'll be back right after this.
35. Your safety is our #1 concern. In the event an emergency evacuation of Staples Center becomes necessary, please walk calmly out and away from the facility.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment.
Excellent game we've seen from Kyrie Irving. 12 points. He's come up with a couple of nice steals today, too.
Clark, just a very energetic brand of defense.
And the third quarter about ready to get underway. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
He was just like a jitterbug out there. I mean, disrupting passes, getting his hands on a lot of balls, forcing turnovers and steals. Just a solid job all the way around.
Like to watch him play like that. Makes the game so much more interesting.
Yeah, it looked a little bit like Greg Anthony in the day. A jitterbug or maybe a gnat with the kind of nuisance he's been as far as defending. Excellent work at that end of the floor for him.
And Kevin Clark's the only guy I know that can call you a gnat and mean it as a compliment.
And make you feel good about it. Yeah.
I appreciate that, Clark.
It's good, Clark. Lakers trail by 10.
You know, the Cavs last season won a bunch of games, but they had to fight for a lot of them. They often would fall behind early or dig a big hole and have to fight their way out of it.
Brandon Bass is out there with Larry Nance. And there's Bryant. Then it's Roy Hibbert. And it's Huertas in at the point. That's the Laker 5. And Bass kicks to Nance. Shoots from the baseline. No good off the back of the rim. You mentioned, GA, the Cavs and their comebacks. They actually overcame double-digit deficits for 13 of their 53 wins last year.
Yeah, and Kevin, I remember their biggest one being a comeback after being down 17 points. I mean, but when you have the star power that the Cavs have, no comeback is out of the question. You're just never safe against this team.
Here's Huertas. That doesn't fall. Can't drop his first shot.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
And the shot is good. And that's now 9 points for Kobe Bryant.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you think his team would have the lead.
I tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard.
Here's Smith and Hibbert with the block. And here's the fast break. He misses the wide open dunk. And Smith with a clear path to the hoop. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Well, last season would be one where Kevin Love played a different role, so his numbers declined. But that was, I think, especially with LeBron and Kyrie, much better players than he ever had in Minnesota. That was to be expected.
It's a great point, Kevin. And Love dropped about 10 points per game in terms of his output. The field goal percentage as well as three-point percentage was down. But still, he traded it all to be on a winning team. And I really feel like his numbers will start to go up as he makes the adjustment to playing with great players.
Good point. And here's Bryant for three.
He's not exactly striping them from deep. He had one three ball in the first half, still bageled in the second.